This is day 104 of New Zealand's Biggest Gap Year. New Zealand's Biggest Gap Year is a challenge that my partner Laura and I decided to tackle. 365 activities all around New Zealand in 365 days. That's pretty epic, right? Today we are checking out a walk called Charming Creek Walkway, and it's gonna rain a lot. But you know what? It's still an epic walk. There's still a lot of awesome things to check out, so here we go. Join me at the end of the video when I'm gonna go over the comments we received the first time we published it. See you then.
This morning we are moving on from Westport and making our way to Charming Creek Walkway. It's only 35 kilometers from Westport, but along the way we see something pretty bizarre. It looks like the ocean is like a giant washing machine, blowing all this crazy amount of foam onto the road. It looks absolutely mental. We take some pictures and arrive at the creek.
This is going to be an interesting hike. Gonna do most of the walk actually under the canopy, so we should be quite sheltered.
With that in mind, off we go.
So we are on the Charming Creek Walkway, going up to the main waterfall. The rain has stopped for a little while, so we're kind of hustling pretty hard right here to make sure that we are in front of the waterfall before the rain starts again.
The Charming Creek Walkway is our adventure of the day. It's an awesome walkway that takes about 3 hours to complete. It goes all the way to a massive waterfall that we have heard a lot about. It's a one-way track, so we'll come back the way we came in. So it gives us the opportunity to rush right now so we can avoid the rain and get all the way to the end. The walkway is located near the township of Ngakawao. I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. And this is used to be a massive coal mining and forestry area. So we are following the walkway that was used to carry timber and coal from the mine and the forestry around. This makes it for a very easy path to follow. It is wide enough, it is very obvious, there is no way you can get lost, despite being in the middle of very thick native bush. But one thing is omnipresent during our hike is the massive torrential noise of the river below. So we can't help ourselves but make our way a little bit sidetracked and go check it out. It's crazy the power of this river, and we can picture this river being much lower when it hasn't been raining for weeks. Another really cool thing about that hike is that it takes us through a lot of really cool stuff like mine shafts as well as really precarious bridges. It's really awesome to have a track which is so diverse and yet so unknown. We really love it.
Although it hasn't quite started raining yet, this track is determined to get us wet with all these amazing waterfalls falling onto the track. There are some sections as well which are pretty scary. They're rockfall sections, so I'm not wasting any time here.
But the overall feel of the track is actually really charming. It's really unusual. There is a ton of little waterfall, moss covered rocks. It's a really quaint little track, and I really see where it gets its name from.
Well, Robin and the rest of the world can call this place Charming Creek Walkway, but I think the pioneers were absolutely crazy for building a railway here. There's parts that are falling into the gushing river below. There's rockfall areas all over the place. This place is absolutely wild, and we can see exactly why the west coast of New Zealand is called the Wild West Coast. And now the weather seems to have really picked up. It is absolutely chucking it down with rain and we are getting soaked. But to be fair, this makes the place look all the more amazing. The colours are a lot more vibrant, it's super green. We're really having a blast despite the rain, hitting us super hard.
Like every single walk in New Zealand, this walk features a swing bridge as well. This one crosses the torrential river below, and it's quite a feat. Then we keep on following the railway track, which I do not understand how it crossed the river, and we finally arrive at the Mangatini Falls. This is a massive, wide and gushing waterfall. I have never seen a waterfall that big before.
Today the waterfall is looking raging compared to the picture-perfect photos we've seen of that waterfall. But we decide this is a good time to turn around because the water level of the river is rising, the rain is not stopping, it's time to hit the road.
While on the road we play one of the many games that we play usually. This one is aimed at improving my English vocabulary, which is pretty poor. I basically have to make up definitions for very fancy words that Laura reads from the dictionary. It's quite cool, and it leads us to the little township of Karamea, where we're going to be spending the next few days.
Luckily, right now we're feeling the weather.
Handbrake, Robin.
Aside from that, Alright guys, so we had a few comments on this video, and the first one is from Ruth, which says, whoa, that's a wild track. How long did the return walk take you? So to be quite fair, it always takes us a little bit longer than the average person because we do all the filming and everything, but this whole walk should be done in a couple of hours. We also have UChris1995 that says, great walk, so I guess that you did the walk from south to north. So to say starting in Gao towards Sedenville, or however eventually made it, or was it the other way around? So we actually did went all the way to the waterfall, as you can see in the video. It was a really fun walk around. The unofficial bucket list family said that was a nice hike, that they really liked the video, and they were impressed by how massive the waterfall was. I think the waterfall was even more impressive because of the rain, right? Usually it's a little bit of a smaller waterfall. And we also had Anna that says, wow, it was so beautiful, and she also compliments my English. I think you shouldn't, it's pretty terrible, but my accent is quite incomprehensible, and she say it's better than her French, and she does like the game that we play with the definition. I think it's actually quite fun. It has the kind of wealth of vocabulary as it goes by, so that was quite cool. If you are trying to learn English and are traveling around New Zealand, maybe get yourself a $2 dictionary from any of the thrift shop, which are also called op shop in New Zealand, or second hand shop here, and you'll be able to play that game with your partner. So that's pretty good. Alright, so something else. What do we have? Oh yeah, New Zealand's Biggest Gap Year is on YouTube about twice a week. There's 2 episodes a week, so if you want to like and subscribe, it's a great way to say thank you for all our hard work, and you can join us doing our live Q&A, which are happening every single week. It's fun to hang out with us and plan your trip with us. And if you want to pick our brains 24/7, check out NZPocketGuide.com, which is New Zealand's largest travel guide written by Laura and I, and it's totally free. In the meantime, you guys stay awesome. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.